So I just built this AI guesting campaign that looks like this. It's basically outreaching to podcasts that would be relevant for you to guest on, right? So podcasts often receive guests, and with this template, you can get on a bunch of podcasts. So I took these lists from podcastdb.com, so you can go check them out. They're $100 per month. I choose the podcast rank to be like from 20 to 50 because I don't want to be on a Joe Rogan as per now. And the list looks like this. It's a bunch of entrepreneurial podcasts. The data is not super clean, so I used AI to clean it. For example, to separate first name and last name. Some of them didn't even have these names. So what I did here, I got the first name first, feeding it some data that was in the file. So owner name, author name, their email, because sometimes the first name can be found in there. And yeah, I also added the custom tag of their podcast name because I use Apollo and Sendgrid to send it. So custom tag there. And the cool part here that I want to show you is I understand your podcast about this because yeah, these people, they get a bunch of podcast guests. You're disrupted. And so yeah, you need to show them that you understand their podcast, right? So that line was AI generated. I fully understand your podcast about exploring innovative niche businesses and conversations with entrepreneurs who think outside the box. So that shows them that I know about their podcast. Me here, this is like a standard pitch. I would like to tell you about these startup stories, and then 3 of the stories that I fed them. So I feel this is quite impactful, right? So this email here, the AI part, your podcast about AI, I'm just going to show you quickly. So I fed it a bunch of podcast DB info, right? And I told the AI to return your podcast is about sound natural like a human, do not return quotation marks. Here are some results that you can check. It's pretty clean, right? And then you import the custom tags in Apollo, and you write why they should have you on a podcast. So with that being said, well, let me know if you want the prompt. Let me know if you want the list. But getting on podcasts is ultimately powerful, mostly because you learn, you grow your network, but it also has 3 monetization layers, right? You can generate leads off a podcast. You can get paid by YouTube AdSense on a monthly basis, and you can generate sponsors, right? So every time I get on a podcast, I create a crap load of Opus AI videos as well, which generates me like thousands of views. So getting on podcasts is still super exponential. It's one of my top 5 business thesis, right? So you let me know if you need the lists or if you need the prompt. I forgot to share my screen on the last video, and I did. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that one. And yeah, if you have questions about me doing outreach for you, my company is called podfire.com, and we help you get on top podcasts in your niche.